At Christmas time, we're reminded that things are not so good. Mary was oppressed by high taxes, out of control regulations, and the growing divide between the wealthy and the poor. It was a tyrannical government, but less reported was oppressive pharmaceutical industry and other corporate players. Apparently, pain and suffering was the underlying condition. The French Revolution was not an isolated initiative against the ruling class. It was directed in many directions. It was a large umbrella of anger and dissatisfaction, apparently also fueled by a lot of pain and suffering. It wasn't good to ignore this topic. Kamala didn't win the election, but we're experiencing the joy anyway. The joy of finding out we have many fronts we're pressed on than we ever realized. We all believe in returning power to the people. The trouble is, people always seem to be represented by a bunch of whack jobs. Welcome. Welcome to Conservative Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. We've been watching the political landscape for 4 years now, and it always seems to be the story within a story, the story of some kind of an agenda and counter agenda playing out. False narratives are in every direction. The New York Times had a story this morning that Democrats, their biggest fear is a constitutional convention. Conspiracy tells us that everything will be turned upside down soon. But what's the story beyond the story of the story? At Christmas time, we're reminded that there's always a story, our story, and God's story, or at least that's how we perceive it. We kind of hope that God will ignore us so we can keep on doing our own thing. But eventually he comes knocking, and then we let him in anyway, because intuitively we know God's will is our will. When we smile, say hello, and are kind to our neighbor, we know we're on the right track. The vast majority of people are on the right track, regardless of what they believe or what they think or who they voted for. Let's all lean into that at this time, at every time, and especially at Christmas time. It's the best story we're following right now. If you would like to join us at Conservative Coffee Hour, the Saturday call is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video. Be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.